Quickly the long-haired Achaeans took their meal throughout the shelters. Then they armed at once. And on their side the Trojans put on harness too, mustering throughout the city a smaller force, but nerve to engage in combat, even so. Necessity pressed them to fight for sons and wives. All the gates flung wide, and the Trojan mass surged out. Horses, chariots, men on foot. A tremendous roar went up. And now as the armies clashed at one strategic point, they slammed their shields together. Pike scraped pike with the grappling strength of fighters armed in bronze. And their round shields' bosses pounded hide to hide, and the thunder of struggle roared and rocked the earth. Screams of men and cries of triumph breaking in one breath. Fighters killing, fighters killed, and the ground streamed blood. As long as morning rose and the blessed day grew stronger, the weapons hurtled side to side and men kept falling. But once the sun stood striding at high noon, then Father Zeus held out his sacred golden scales. In them he placed two fates of death that lays men low, one for the Trojan horsemen, one for Argives armed in bronze. And gripping the beam mid-half, the Father raised it high, and down went Achaea's day of doom. Achaea's fate, settling down on the earth that feeds us all, as the fate of Troy went lifting toward the sky. And Zeus let loose a huge crash of thunder from Ida, hurling his bolts in a flash against Achaea's armies. The men looked on in horror. White terror seized them all. Neither Idomeneus nor Agamemnon dared stand his ground, nor did the great and little Ajax, old campaigners. Nestor alone held out, the noble horseman, Achaea's watch and ward, but not of his own will. One horse was finished, hit by a shaft that fair-haired Helen's lord, magnificent Paris, winged at its brow's high peak, where the forelock crowns the skull, most fatal spot. It reared in agony, arrow piercing its brain, and flung the team in panic, writhing round the brazen point, as the old horseman hewed the trace horse clear, hacked away the straps. Sudden strokes of his sword. But on came Hector's team in the rush and buck of battle, sweeping their driver Hector on in fighting fury. And then and there old Nestor would have died, if Diomedes had not marked him fast. The lord of the war cry gave a harrowing shout, trying to rouse Odysseus. Where are you running, the royal son of Laertes, cool tactician, turning your back in battle like some coward, cutting and running so? Take care that no one spears you in the back. Hold firm with me. We'll fight this wild maniac off, the old man here. But long-enduring Odysseus never heard him. Down he dashed to the hollow Argive ships. So all on his own, Diomedes charged the front, lurched to a halt before old Nestor's team, and winged a flight of orders at the horsemen. Old soldier, these young fighters wear you down. Your strength goes slack, and old age dogs your steps. Your drivers worthless, your horses drag their weight. Come, up with you now, climb aboard my chariot, so you can see the breed of Tros' team, their flair for their own terrain as they gallop back and forth, one moment in flight, the next in hot pursuit. I took them both from Aeneas, driving terrors. Your own good team, our aides will handle them, will steer their racers straight at the Trojans now. The great breakers of horses will let Hector see if the spear in my hand is mad for bloodshed too. And the old charioteer rose to the challenge. Aides caught his team, Sthenelus, loyal Eurymedon, as the two commanders boarded Diomedes' car. Nestor grasped the glistening reins in both fists, lashed the team, and they charged straight at Hector, charging straight at them, as Tydides hurled a spear, and missed this man, but he picked the driver off. Eniopius, son of proud Thebaeus, gripping the reins. He slashed him beside the nipple, stabbed his chest, and off the car he pitched, his horses balking, rearing. There on the spot the man's strength and life collapsed, and blinding grief for his driver overpowered Hector. Stunned for his friend, but he left him lying there, dead, and swept on, out for another hardy driver. Nor did his team go long without a master. Hector found one quickly, Iphitus' daring son, Archeptolemus, mounted him up behind his racers, thrust the reins in the fighting driver's hands.